My mom charged me rent, then gave my room away to my sister and her kids without telling me. The suitcases hit me first, sitting right there in my bedroom doorway. My sister, with her 2 kids, had moved in without a single word, and in that instant, I stopped being a daughter. I became the family's ATM. The house, usually a place of tense quiet, was suddenly vibrating with chaotic energy, a sick feeling twisting in my gut before I even understood. I'm Harper, 26, and it was that night I finally grasped how truly used I was by the people who should have loved me most. Growing up, my older sister, Mia, was always the golden child. 3 years my senior, she had this magnetic pull, a way of commanding a room I could only watch. My mom, Teresa, would practically glow when Mia walked in, like a light switch flipped on. My dad, David, bless his heart, tried to balance it all, but with his long hours at the factory, he simply wasn't around enough to see just how uneven things had become. Mia got pregnant at 19. Teresa threw her a baby shower that cost more than my entire last year of high school. Then, 2 years later, pregnant again with a different guy, Teresa still treated it like a second miracle. Me? I was juggling 2 part-time jobs in community college, because tuition money for me? That just didn't exist. The rent thing began when I was 22. I'd just scored a junior accountant role at a decent firm in downtown Philadelphia. The pay wasn't lavish, but it was consistent, had benefits. I was still living at home, trying to save for my own place, kicking in for groceries and bills whenever I could. One night, Teresa sat me down at the kitchen table, her face dead serious. "You're making good money now," she told me, pushing a paper across the table. "It's time you started paying rent like an adult." The number on that paper? $850 a month. For perspective, a decent 1-bedroom apartment nearby was only $900. I pointed this out, and she immediately got defensive. "You get meals, utilities, laundry, everything included," Teresa argued. "You won't find a better deal. Plus, your family. This is about teaching you responsibility." I was just too exhausted to fight it. The job was new, demanding, and I figured I'd just pay it for 6 months, save up, then move out. That was 4 years ago. 4 long years. Here's the thing nobody tells you about paying rent to your parents, the rules just aren't the same. I paid that $850 every single month. Never late, never short. But Teresa? She still treated me like I was 16. She'd barge into my room without a knock. Comment on my late nights. Guilt trip me if I had plans with friends instead of dinner with them. "Why are you always so antisocial?" she'd say. "We're your family, after all." Mia, meanwhile, had moved out with her boyfriend, Justin, and their 2 kids, Zoe and Caleb. And then, after all that, she had the nerve to move back into my room with her kids, without a word. It was then, standing in that doorway, that I knew I was nothing more than a cash machine to them. A human piggy bank. How would you even begin to handle something like that? Don't miss the twist bottom left, full story.